Hi, and welcome. It is Sunday at 8 p.m. and live with Judy K. And I know I did this last week. I'm not sure you caught me. I start hitting the live and I start looking to make sure it's running or not. And it hits me right then and there. So sorry if it looked a little confusing. But anyway, I'd like to welcome you and I'm happy to have you join in. As you know, we're going to be doing a lot of things this evening. We're gonna start with some information, and from there um, a, we're going to have a topic, and the topic tonight has to do with, you could call it, visitations from the other side, or visits from the other side, or communication with the other side. There's a lot of different ways we could phrase it, but it should be very interesting. And so, the first thing I'm going to start with, I'm going to also say hi from John, who is down the hallway, and from Andrew, who is behind the scenes doing all the magic here, who has us going on YouTube Live while we're here on Facebook, which is phenomenal. And I am liking doing it on both platforms. It is nice, and I hope you're enjoying the YouTube also. This week I did not do a timing is everything on YouTube this week, mostly because my schedule was obliterated and I didn't have downtime to do it. So I will be back doing it and I'll be starting this week. Sorry about that. Anyway, don't forget, I mentioned, oh, here we go. Last week I had mentioned about, there was this big news that came out about the Giza, pyramids, the great pyramids of Egypt, the Giza ones. And remember, the first one is Khufu, the daddy, and then there's Khafra, who's next to him on my other side here. And then there's a little bit smaller one, which we don't ever talk about because nobody actually mentions it, but it's still a beautiful pyramid. But they came up with this news on Facebook and everything about all these, it's tunnels underneath, and how it was used for energy and things like that. And it wasn't really used for tombs. Well, you know what? I've been in a lot of the, couple few of the pyramids and a lot of the tombs, but there are sarcophaguses in the pyramids. So basically, that was, now sometimes they have gotten, they've gotten raided and they've gotten looted. So a lot of things are out, a lot of things are broken, and people over in that country have used the stones and all to build their houses for thousands of years. So just it gets moved around. But anyway, Zawi Hawass, and I mentioned this last week, he came out, and you know how Zawi Hawass is. Oh no, he doesn't like anything that isn't like written in stone. Oh, that's a cute thing, written in stone. But he was saying that they knew there's tunnels under there, but it's not the tunnels that are coming out. And I hate it when misinformation hits. So that's why I'm talking about it tonight. Now, to our regular viewers, I know you're all going to be interested in that tarot pool that's coming up later. Now, it's a three-card tarot pool. And what you have to do, you do have to be here to get your reading if you win. Now, Andrew, later on in a few minutes, will be picking the names. I'll probably pick the names in about 5 minutes or so. And you do have to ask to be put in the tarot pool. So you're only allowed to ask once. Now, this started last week. There's a new rule. You only write it once, because even when Andrew's doing or John's doing it, it's hard when somebody, asks for it more than once. But you'll get in there. That one is going to do it. Alrighty. So let's see. We've got that. Oh, and you do have to be present to get the message, and you're not allowed to give it to anyone else, because Spirit Guide has picked your name when it happens. All right. And the weather's been so nice, hasn't it? Yeah, you open the doors and it's like spring out there. All right, let's see. As for the trolls, they were doing so good by leaving us alone, but last week they pulled the stopper and they came from everywhere. So I'm sorry if you're getting bothered. They give you, if they reply to your comment here on Facebook, they'll do it here. They won't do it on YouTube. But if they reply to you and have you, they want to, they say they have a message for you, or they can do spells for you. So please ignore them. They might not even be metaphysical workers. I mean, a lot of these come from different countries, and basically all they're trying to do is get your credit card. I protect you as best as I can by telling you that Just don't get in a conversation with them. Ignore them, block them, everything like that. Okay. No, you're fine. The card pool names are still going on. It's early. It does seem like I started a little early, but I didn't. It's probably this nice weather. Hey, Jen. And Jen, I do remember I owe you a phone call, girlfriend. All right. So, yeah, put your name in that. But it's for the trolls. I'm sorry. Even though I blocked them, I still hear the buzzes on my phone, but there's nothing else I can do. Okay. Remember, please feel free to ask questions either here on Facebook, or you can ask them on YouTube. I will get to them. Usually, oh yeah, you're right. Bad weather is coming. Yeah, I asked my joints. I woke up this morning. I was like, I need the oil can. But anyway, ask questions, but remember they have to be generalized. All right. If you would like to check out my YouTube channel, it is Judy K Psychic Medium Official. There's a lot on there. It's going to be more and more and more. It just takes the time to get it up there. So, upcoming expos. Now, remember, I said last week the Mum Expo that's been going on for 20 years or more is now called the Spiritual Holistic Fair. It is being held still at the Allentown Fairgrounds, same place, and it's May 17th and 18th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. You can pre-book a session, but I'm not going to start taking pre-books until after the beginning of May. All right, but you'll get an email and you'll see it on Facebook and stuff like that. Psychic parties, I'm booking psychic parties. And if you'd like to get a remote reading from me, a personal psychic medium reading, not like here on the lives. This is where I talk to your spirit guides, I talk to your deceased loved ones, and you get a private full reading. You can always get to my website, judyk.net, or you can call me at 856-725-3588. All right. And also, don't forget the psychic parties. I do parties and I love them. All right. So, this week's subject, we're going to get to that now. This week's subject is brought to us by Carmen Tumayan. Now, I've mentioned her a number of times, and she's on here, a lot, coming into the lives and everything. And I've been reading her for years. She does a lot of paranormal investigations. And she texted me a question today, and I asked her, "Can I mention it on the lives?" All right, now on the live tonight, and she said, "Sure." So this is what's going on with Carmen. Carmen does pick up messages at different historical sites. It's funny though. Carmen always seems to get the men, right, Carmen? You're a male ghost magnet, girl. So anyway, and she does, and they're very nice. They're nice. They do male stuff. That doesn't sound right. Like the one, he would like move her over. Did he trip? I forget. Did he trip you or moved into you or something? He was a Revolutionary War. Just generalize it. Revolutionary War. Carmen says, lots of men. All right. So what happens is they'll do it just like, anybody trying to get attention, but they never heard her. It was always in good fun, always. So that's why we're laughing about it, because if it was something bad, I tell her how not to do that. But anyway, her question was, where she went today, where she always gets a lot of activity. In fact, what I just spoke about was at that location. But today there was no activity. Now, why activity one place and not another today? Now, as I've always said, and now the reason why this also refers to you, this is all the people that are watching this. This is not just Carmen at a paranormal place or anything like that. Your deceased loved ones sometimes are quiet. Why are they quiet? One of the biggest reasons I've seen why they're quiet, and I don't think this is what happened with Carmen today, but they'll be quiet because they want you to get on with your life. They will do it because they want you to think about the now, and they do want you to stop crying. They do want to stop the heartbreak, all right? And things like that. So They will do that. Now, sometimes the people that are like not getting them in their dreams, or they're not getting any messages, and they're not messing with the lights or making any noises, they'll say, "Well, how come they do that? They'll do that for my sister, but they won't do it for me." Because you're hurting more. Remember, the deceased people on the other side can't fix things. They can't. Like, if you knew one of, like, that's what, yeah, like, you're right, Jen, he wants you to have a good time, because Jen lost her son. I'm sure y'all remember. And they will. And you think, well, that's the worst thing to do because that's going to make me feel worse. But just because you're deceased doesn't mean you know everything. They're run by emotion too. Remember, a deceased person is a live person. The only difference is they're deceased. All right. Now there's other little changes that they make. Oh, honey, 4 years. I'm so sweet. I'm so sorry. But you have to realize that. So today, let's get back to Carmen on this one now. With Carmen, the soldier that usually messes with her, and I think she said a little up here a little bit. He kicked her. He kicked me on my leg at the fort. That's right. Okay. And he actually followed her home, but he didn't follow her home to horn her. He just followed her home because he thought she was cute. All right. So, and you could leave if she needed to. It's not that. But anyway, what happens here is, why was he quiet today? Well, tell you the truth, Carmen, maybe he's jealous. He could be, because you got some new dead people you're playing with. She's doing paranormal work at another location. Now, that be it? No, it doesn't have to be it. It's not 100. And I don't do my psychic medium work on these YouTubes, on these videos, as you know, because I'd have to get my meditative state, and I like to talk about subject matter here. So the whole thing here is there's a number of reasons why he might have been quiet. All right. Maybe he needs to hear from you and you make things better. All right. He's there. Believe me, he didn't leave. But, sometimes people get their feelings hurt. Deceased people can get their feelings hurt. I always say a lot of times that my priority sometimes is the deceased person because they can't do things for themselves. All right. You understand? It's hard. It's hard. I mean, they're having a good time most of the time, and they're having a blast, and they're doing this and that, doing that. But just like you and me, we can go downhill for a couple days, or even a day. Okay, it's like my relationship. Okay, I have John, and do we laugh a lot? Yes, we do laugh a lot. But sometimes, something will happen, and we'll get a little, solemn or whatever. Could have been something about the other person or what have you. But realize they are exactly the same. They want a lot of times for the pain with you to stop. And they don't know how to stop it. They don't know how to stop it. Let's use this as an example because I know Jen won't mind. Her son what was he, 20? Jen, if I don't have something written down right in front of me, I have it, but I'm not 100%. And he passed away suddenly and unexpectedly. He had health problems, but this was suddenly and unexpectedly. Now he sees his mama grieving, and he's happy to hang around her and the kids and his dad and all this. 22, okay. But the whole thing is, there's times he's gonna feel bad. There's times he wishes he was here. There's times that he's sorry that he hurt you. Okay. How did he hurt you? He hurt you by leaving. Not that he wanted to, but those things, just like we sometimes feel sorry for things that we didn't have any real control over. All right. So what I always do is, no matter how bad I'm feeling, I try to make them laugh. And the best thing you can do for deceased people, even for you, Carmen, with this guy, say, you know what, I like him, but you're my special one. All right. And Jen, make him feel better. You're the one hurting here. But he's got, as he's got feelings. He's got a soft heart too. And that's what you do with him. All right. So I know that has explained it to you. It's still hard to get through it. It is. I mean, what Carmen is, it's just funny because you never knew the person in life. So I know it's hard for you, Jen, but that's what you have to do. And you know what? One of the best things I found, like with my mother sometimes, and she's gone, is I just joke with her. I'll say, and she was Agnes. Remember, I named my little Maltese Agnes, and she's gone too. But I'll say, when I say Agnes, I'll say, "Come on, Agnes, get in the car." I'm not talking to the Maltese Agnes. I'm talking to my mama Agnes, and I'll say, "Come on, let's go do that. Let's do this." And notice how I have an upbeat the way I said it. Come on, let's get in the car. Let's go. Let's go shopping. Let's go to the. Come on, we got to go to the grocery store. You might as well come with me. All right. And by calling their name and giving them something to do it, you've actually invited them to do what you're doing with them. That means a lot. They might be, they're probably going shopping or going to the grocery store with you, but now you called them by name and you invited them. All right. And that's what you do for that. Now, so Jen, I know it's hard, but the more you tease him and get him laughing, the more he'll feel more comfortable coming around and just doing crazy stuff. Okay. All righty. Now with Carmen, she has a new location that she's been doing some paranormal stuff in, and this has a male also. Now he's not so um prospective boyfriend that thinks that's ever going to happen, but he's there. Now he's not like the other one. It's a total personality difference, but this one likes to have control, the new one. Now does the new guy in the new location communicate with the other guy? Heck no, 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 no. But the whole thing is, there's a lot going on. They're doing some work at the other house, which is going to flare them up and everything like that. But Carmen, the other one, he's not going to leave unless you really make him leave. But just yeah, okay, yeah, they can, but I'd never ask the guy from the other location to come with you to the new location. That could cause some drama. No, 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 no. Oh no, don't do that. Say, I'll come or you can talk to me in the car and something like that, but never take them there. Okay. You want to go with Carmen sometime. I've been saying I was going to go for the past 2 years, in between the ankle issue I had and then this and that, and my schedule never stops. But anyway, it's time for the tarot pool. So let's go with that. Now remember, if you have any questions, please put them either in the comments on here or the comments at YouTube, and I'll answer them next week. Okay. I do go through the comments and see them, but I don't do the answers until everyone can enjoy the answer. All right. Where did I put? Oh, there's my tarot cards. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I need Andrew. Let's see. I think it probably already came on my phone. Trying to find. Don't I have? Oh, here we go. All right. Let's see who the winners are. Okay, now remember the rule from the beginning. You're only allowed to type in and ask to be part of the tarot pool one time per live view. If you do it more than one time, you get disqualified. So put it in once, because between John and Andrew, it gets a little crazy back there. Okay. Beth Rosano, you're a winner tonight. Oh, isn't this sweet? Jennifer Sanchez, you won. See, even though Andrew is doing the names, Andrew's putting them in. And as I said last week, he's not looking. His hand, just like when I pull the tarot cards, that's what he does for the names. Oops, I lost my text here. Jen Sanchez and Christine Rueda. Okay, you're the winners. Now, ladies, okay, you have to let me know if you want romance, do you want finances, do you want career, or anything like that. I don't do psychic medium work, but it is plain. So just let me have one. Okay, let's see what we have. Remember, I do have to hear from you, so put it down there. What do you want? Beth Rosano, Jen Sanchez, or Christine Ruiz? All three of you are winners. Let me know. But anyway, Beth Rosano wants general. Okay, Jen Sanchez, what would you like, sweetheart? And Christine Rueda. Let's see. I don't see anybody. So I'll get the cards ready. If anybody, oh, okay. Okay. Jen wants general. And we're just waiting for one more. If we don't hear from her, we skip you. Sorry. All right, because you do have to be present. All right. So I had the cards. Oh, you're welcome, ladies. I don't know if we had any gentlemen on here tonight. We always do, but tonight I'm not sure. All right. I know I got Andrew and John. And remember, we'll do the healing after this. All right. Okay, Beth Rosano, you're first. All righty. So as you just saw me pull the cards, that's the way the names are drawn. All right. Okay, Beth, because it's general, this is what they said that you have been having some little things that you've had to straighten out and everything. You're doing good, but I see a man. The first thing they showed me is a King of Wands. Now, a King of Wands thinks with his head and his heart. Okay, um, he doesn't just think with his, he's not like somebody that just thinks with his brain. He thinks heart and brain. Okay. So you have that. And I don't know what he has to do with it because I'm only doing a quickie 3 card pull here. It's not like he can get into it. But it says things have been getting, good to get, starting to fix things up. But then, Beth, you got the Sun card. Now, the Sun card is very. Oh, I keep having. I always do this with this when I'm on this platform here. That the Sun card, everything will be fine, but you still have to work at things. Now, I don't know who he is because they didn't get. I didn't have enough cards to get into it. Usually, sometimes I can do one extra card in here, which I didn't get. So the whole thing is, this might be the past. It could be the past, and now you're working. It could be somebody at a job or whatever. Okay, but it's going to be good. So just hang in there, tighten all the intricate little things, and you'll be fine. All right, Andrew. I'm sorry. He wrote I'm here. Andrew's. Did I say John? Oh Lord, I did. Well, hey, I haven't gone rogue lately. Andrew picked the names. I don't know what came out of my mouth on that one. All right. Jen Sanchez, General, have we heard at all from Christine Rueda? I do not think so. Christine Rueda, if you're listening, you do have to put in the comments what you'd like. Okay, General, whatever. But anyway, Jen Sanchez, let's do your card pull now. Ooh. Ooh. All right. No, it's not the one. Okay, I got it. All right. It's so funny. It had to be you, Jen. The spirit was telling me I had to go deep for that card, and it was. It was down in there. And every time I put my finger on, they're like, "That's not it. That's not it." All right. Okay. Jen, it's telling me how you got the 8 of Wands. So you've been working really, really hard, but you've been doing the 6 of Wands also, which means really putting things together. But what you have to do, you have the 9 of Swords. Now, the 9 of Swords, people think sometimes the 9 of Swords is a very like drastic card. It's not that drastic. It's not because the 9 of Swords, you still have the strength. Okay, yeah, you still no, not the king of so no, you wait a minute. Let me finish Jen's and I'll go back to what king it was, sweetheart. Okay, so what it was is you've been going through a lot, but you're doing everything and you're putting stuff together. So what you have going on is not going around real bad right now. Okay. No matter what you think, that's not what the cards are saying. But they said you are going to have to, with the 9 of Swords, you have to, you can't say let go, but you still have to get over that hump. You have to go over the hump. And what the hump would be, everything that you're doing to move forward, you still have to go over that hump to finish it. All right. Now you didn't, was it? I say, oh, well, what's the next card? There isn't a next card. Just say one more hump. All right. Now let's see. Beth was asking what card it was, and I believe it was the King of. Where did I put your card, sweetheart? It was the King of. Oh, here they are. It was the King of Wands. Okay, so the King of Wands. Oh, I hope I don't sneeze. The King of Wands usually has like brownish hair, blondish hair. It's lighter hair. But how you really know the King of Wands is the King of Wands is nice. The King of Hearts, he's just all with his heart, all with his heart. The King of Wands thinks with his brain and his heart. All right, that's another way of getting it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So just what it's saying here is just don't let yourself get worked out one more hump. All right. Okay, now let's go to the healing. Let me put these tarot cards away. Yes, we are. Everything is good. All right. Now, with the healing, remember if you'd like to accept the healing, all you have to do is put your palms up because your receptors are in here. All right. There's other places you can receive, but this is the easiest way for doing it here on the broadcast. And if you don't want to receive, palms down, which means you can go around me, but past me. All right. If you close your eyes, remember you can get more of the healing than with your eyes open. Why? Because you're just relaxing your brain and shutting off some of the brain going there. Okay, so here we go. My feet are on the floor. If you can't do it that way, you can do it any way you want, but it is good to keep it on the floor. So here we go. And just relax for a minute. And I just want you to lightly just breathe. Just relax. Just relax. And breathe in through the nose. And exhale. And breathe in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. All right, sending now. And spirit is sending a calming energy. Calming energy. So what is in front of you, you'll get through easier. A calming energy to calm down your thoughts. But because you've received the calming energy, you also have to receive and welcome the calming energy. Welcome that energy. Welcome it. And you can get through everything that's ahead of you. You just have to realize that Spirit has sent this calming energy to you and that you've received it and welcomed it. Take a big inhale and a big exhale and relax. Okay, well, thank you so much. Andrew and John and I will be back here next Sunday at 8. And you take care. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you then. All righty, you take care. Bye for now.